Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is.
What advice would you give Amber's future girlfriend? Simple. Just don't go there.
Karina Kaboom. What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
My husband!
Right, I just ate a piece of raw onion. I'm wild. I'm crazy like that.
So, do you know that you're squirrely? Look at you eating that nut.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
Going out here.
You want the tea?
Hello everybody. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing Amberlynn Reed's new thirsty, ridiculous, a bit inappropriate Instagram story towards her new crush, her Valentine, the girl that she's dating in her head, her new girlfriend. We're also going to be taking a look at Foodie Beauty finally admitting live that her subscribers are bought and paid for. That's right. You heard it here last. Foodie Beauty actually went live and talked about how someone, it was probably a Kermie hand puppet, that bought her subscribers. Chantal, just admit you bought them. Yeah, but her subscribers are bought and paid for. Do you really think that she has almost 100,000 subscribers and like no views and no comments that she doesn't even approve? Also, the very end of this video is a Pokemon Go update. So we're going to get into all the drama, or my name isn't Bob, Wilbur. None of those are my names. If you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing opinions, not facts. Made public by publicly accessible situation type deals by public figures, okay? So please do not go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. I urge you to be kind in the comment section to these people, and just for entertainment purposes only. All right, girls, it's an amazing time to be alive. It's also a little bit of an embarrassing time to be alive, but we're all happy to be alive, right? So we can witness this amazing, wonderful slew of Instagram stories
Look at you eating that nut.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
from the one, the only, the most entertaining, riveting YouTuber, Amberlynn Reed.
Don't ever try to be cool.
Instead of actually putting in work on her channel, or, you know, just in general working. I know all of you are probably wondering, how does this woman pay rent? I don't know. I guess, you know, I still think that she's purposely making less money because she's a conscientious worker and she wants to pay less taxes, but
I think to some degree I am an impact.
with her life. All right. So basically, instead of working, this is what she's posting on her Instagram Q&A or whatever it is, Instagram, on her Instagram story. So just if you don't know, she has a new girlfriend that's not actually her girlfriend. She's semi-dating somebody in her head. Maybe it's a Kermie hand puppet, you know, whatever.
My husband!
There's a new Valentine in her life, and she's doing the most amazing thing. She is simultaneously, I love that word, simultaneously, at the same time. This is a vocabulary channel. That's what that means. Sometimes it's a science channel. But basically, she, at the same time, is trashing wifey, ex-wifey, on her Insta and talking about the new girl. Before we get into it, I just wanted to say, Amberlynn, do you not understand how disrespectful, aka despectful, it is to continuously bring up your ex on social media when you are supposedly dating somebody in your mind, or you have a new Valentine, you have a new crush? I love it. Amberlynn is like, calling this person her crush, and we're not even in homeroom yet. Okay.
To be continued.
So here's the new weird statements about her new girlie. See, what Amberlynn likes to do is she likes to post pictures. They're very beautiful. I don't know, very beautiful pictures. Amberlynn, I have a serious question though. When you actually meet, do you understand like that everything you've posted is a falsehood in every single way? Like, wait until she gets to know you. She'll really love you. Okay. So basically, Amber posts like little pictures of herself, gorgeous photos, of course. And you know, she just takes a song and makes sure to embellish. I love the word embellish. That's emphasize pointlessly. That's actually not the definition of the word. She emphasizes certain lyrics to get the point across to her 60, 70,000 followers who really enjoy her content about the new wifey. Okay. This is about the new girl. Don't you stop. I'm going to whisper in your ear something. Yes, wonderful. Amber, Seriously, are you worried about if you guys meet and everything you've posted on the internet is a lie? So obviously she's trying to say that she wants to whisper in the girl's ear. The other time that we talked about this, Anne Boleyn was posting Instagram stories begging her new girl to love her, but she was saying that she was afraid. What is it that you want to whisper in her ear? Take me to Target. Yes, okay. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she needs a Walmart driver. I don't know. Anne Boleyn, God bless you. I hope it works out with this girl. And as your ex Beck said, do not go there. Any person that starts dating Anne Boleyn after having videos and hours of footage that shows you how badly she treats people, amazing time to be alive, girls. But basically, she's trying to say, like, so in the last one, she was like begging the girl to love her. Now she's like wanting to whisper in the girl's ear. Okay, here's something very interesting about ex-wifey that she posted. Obviously, people talk about what they think about. Quote, he told me I would never do that to you, and then he did it with a remix. This is not so subtle nod to ex-wifey probably promising to be an amazing partner and then, leaving like all the rest did. Here's the thing. So whenever Anne Boleyn dates a new girly, she always says that the new girly is the most supportive girly. Like she had said that ex-wifey was the most supportive person she'd ever met, about her health, even way better than Beck, even though Beck literally drove you around in renal failure. But, why should that bother us? So I'm sure that once this girl and her meet up, she's going to say, this one is the most supportive girl. Nobody can change your life except for you, girl, okay? So she's basically trashing wifey here, in my opinion, trying to convey that, wifey promised me that, she would never be mean to me, but she dumped me.
And you are a disrespectful.
I really hope this Valentine of Amber's, this new girl that she's talking to, her new girlfriend, even though they're not in a relationship, but Amber says she's her Valentine, her crush, her very best friend, whatever. I really hope that she's paying attention to this Instagram post that Amber Lynn posted. One man's I'm not ready is another man's I knew the second I laid eyes on her. What this basically means is wifey didn't want her, Beck didn't want her, Destiny didn't want her, Crystal didn't want her, Casey didn't want her, but the new Valentine does.
I'm about to make a lot of people mad with my life.
When was the last time you hung out with her?
Or no? Is it too late? I mean, I've been on dates.
Basically, a lot of people, look, to be fair, like, obviously, a lot of people feel this way. Like, oh, like, my ex didn't want me, but my new partner does. That's a very, like, human and very common emotion. I don't care. The point is, most people are not going to be so obsessed with their ex-wifey that they're going to be posting about it when they're supposedly about to get into a new relationship. And that's the point of this video. She's obsessing over ex-wifey while trying to pretend that she wants to love the new girl. Obviously, as I have said various times, this is a mathematical channel. Anne Boleyn is still obsessed with wifey. You wouldn't be talking about how, one person wasn't into you. I mean, it's not just one person. I listed the list. Vocabulary channel. Basically, the point is, Amber, if you were really interested in this woman and your, ego wasn't so bruised, the injury to the ego that you have that yet another girl dumped you, like, who sits around and talks about their ex as they're saying, oh, I want to whisper in my new girl's ear? Yes. Take me to Walmart. The point of the story is, I hope that this Instagram story solidifies that she's still obsessed with wifey. Why are you sitting around saying how wifey didn't want you, but this new girl does? If I was the new girl, listen, I don't care what nobody says. If it is that your new partner, your new future partner, or in Amber's case, her future ex, if the person that you're talking to or dating or you're sending, this person supposedly sent her a $400 Lego set for Valentine's Day. Yes, we believe in our opinion that Amber sent it to her herself. But if on the off chance that this person really gave Amber a $400 present, are you not upset and scared for the future of this relationship with Amber when she's still obsessed with her ex wifey? Here's another Instagram post that Amber posted. When people ask me to describe my personality, it's like, and sorry, I was weird last night. It was to move the plot forward, right? Because everything is just a show for Amberlynn and just to push her own narrative. The bottom line is in this Instagram story, no matter how much she talks about her new ex, her future ex, no matter how much she talks about her future ex, her new in love girly, she's still obsessed with wifey, and that's the point. I wanted to move on to Foodie Beauty. Remember this past week, I had a segment on my channel called Foodie Beauty is Always Lying. No, but I did discuss with you that it is clearly a matter of fact that this woman is buying subscribers. It's obvious that she's buying subscribers. Her subscribers are bought. How do I know that? No one gets 800 subscribers like she did in one day, like out of nowhere. Let me explain a little bit before we have her admission that her subscribers are fake, okay? So basically, here's what's going on. She got 800 subscribers in one day. And what I originally told you was, in order for a person on YouTube to get that many subscribers in one day, a few things have to be true. They either have a scandal or they're covering a scandal, meaning that they're making videos on a big scandal. They have to have higher views than usual. Foodie Beauty has lower views than usual. She's actually really ruined things for herself by changing her name to Everyday Miriam because when people search for Foodie Beauty who are not subscribed to her and want to watch her, they can't find Foodie Beauty channel. I know that you could still pull her up on the search engine, but the point is people searching for Foodie Beauty cannot find Foodie Beauty. She changed her name. It's like as far as like search nightmare for her. So she's getting less views because of that. Never mind that nobody cares about mukbangs. People are interested in the drama. So she's already getting less views, right? So in order for a person to get more views, so in order for a person to get more subscribers a day, like 800, like she did that day, they have to either be getting more views. Like I gave you the example. Okay, I don't get 800 a day. I'm just saying, like when Amberlynn has a breakup, I usually get 40, 50,000 views. That's usually more than my regular take of views. And then I get more subscribers, right? Your videos have to be pushed out to more people who can view your videos and choose to subscribe or not. Does that make sense? Or somebody famous has to make a big video about you and people want to check you out. None of those things happen to Foodie Beauty. Mainly, she's getting so fewer views than usual. It was obvious that her subscribers were bought. Here she is admitting that.
I think someone bought subscribers for you because you jumped up like 9K. 900, eh? I was thinking too. Like I didn't even notice until someone said something and then I
One of the problems with being a bad liar is people immediately know that you're lying. You didn't notice, really? Yes, you did.
checked and I'm like, yeah, that's a thing. And I asked like YouTube, I'm like, I'm afraid because like if you buy subscribers, you can get in trouble, right? But I asked YouTube, I messaged them like on the chat, the support chat, and they said, don't worry about it. If it's bots, they'll just delete it like eventually. So if my subs go down, then I know. And whatever, I don't really care.
Okay, this is what I think happened. I think that, she clearly bought her own subscribers. That is my personal opinion. What she is saying is she is caught. Okay, she's caught buying subscribers. This is what I think happened. My opinion is this. I think that she bought her own subscribers and thought that they would be distributed to her channel in increments, like 21 day, 51 day, 101 day. And they were not. They were clearly very poorly distributed with 801 day. That's obvious. She probably thought that, as I said, they would be distributed in a smaller fashion. So it wouldn't be obvious if somebody who gets literally 5,000, 7,000 views with 90 something thousand subscribers is getting 800 subscribers a day. That's obvious. So that's what I think happened here. She's clearly, in my personal opinion, blatantly lying here. She's caught. She didn't think it was gonna happen like that. She knows that people know about YouTube and you cannot get 800 subscribers if in one day if nobody's watching your stuff, if you're not even getting some type of good views. So she knows she's caught. So she has to admit that it was purchased for her channel and she's blaming it on somebody else. To be honest and fair here, is it possible that somebody that dislikes her bought her channel subscribers? Yes. Is it likely? No. Is it possible? Yes. But is it likely? I always go with what's the most probable theory because there's a lot of possibilities here. Maybe a Kermit will walk down, her street and into her house. But is that the probable thing that's going to happen? No. I believe 150% that she bought her own subscribers. They were distributed in an obvious way, not to her liking, not where she can get away with saying, if she got 20 subscribers in one day, nobody would say anything, right? So they were distributed poorly in an obvious manner, and now she is blaming somebody else for buying the subscribers for her. I don't think that people would ever do this. Here's the thing. Would they do it to mess with her? People dislike her so much and want her to stop making videos and want to stick it to her. I think that they would never try to contribute positively to her channel, even though what she's saying is, yeah, like, you're in a lot of trouble. First of all, Chantal, what will happen is if you keep these subscribers, these fake subscribers, YouTube does kind of like an audit. That's a nice word for Anne Boleyn. YouTube does an audit of your subscriptions to see if they're real or not when you reach 100,000 subscribers, and they may forfeit. Well, you, darling, are going to be forfeiting your plaque if they see that they're fake subscribers. Never mind that. Forget all that. If YouTube sees that you are buying subscribers, they will delete your channel. TikTok. All right, so let's move on to a Pokemon Go update. I'm mainly going to show you doing team leaders like Cliff, Sierra, and Arlo. And since we have talked a bit about like what Pokemon to use, what I use, I wanted to talk to you right now about this. Also, like, I'm going to show you a few raids, but mainly I wanted to talk to you about shadow Pokemon since we are doing, you know, team leaders, Team Go Rocket leaders. Okay, I'm going to talk about, I guess, like, it's a little bit like a testy subject in the Pokemon Go community. Basically, people have a lot to say and are very angry when other Pokemon players want to go ahead and purify their shadow Pokemon. You're probably wondering, why in the world would anyone care what somebody else does in Pokemon Go? That's a wonderful question. I guess everybody's interested in everybody's business. There's always drama everywhere, in my opinion. But, okay. Pokemon that are shadow Pokemon, right? A Pokemon that I would get from a grunt or a team leader. Basically, they are supposed to deal double the damage in a fight, and they take double the damage in a fight. So they're both weaker and stronger in a way, right? They deal double the damage, but, you know, they go down really much more faster, okay? If you've ever put a shadow Pokemon against a regular Pokemon in the leagues, Master, Great League, whatever, Ultra League, you will see that they deal double the damage. They're stronger, okay? People don't want other players or themselves, but it's usually a drama in Facebook groups or something like that. Like, they don't want other people to purify a Pokemon because they feel like if you purify a Pokemon, then you are decreasing their damage. And why are you doing that, right? It's better to just leave them as they are, shadow, not purified, and have them be more stronger. Well, that's one opinion. I personally do not agree with this opinion, okay? Like, obviously, if you have a Shadow Mewtwo, which is a very powerful Pokemon in the game, and you could just probably, like, the best idea there is not to purify it. However, you're probably at this point wondering, why are people purifying Pokemon in the first place? Because a lot of people want to get hundo Pokemon, 100% IV Pokemon that they would otherwise be unable to get by purifying. What do I mean by this? So basically, there's like a whole mathematical science to it. Who cares? This is not a math channel. Sometimes it is, but basically, if a Pokemon is pretty close, and I'm not going to go into the math of it because this is not a math channel. Sometimes it is. If it's pretty close to becoming a hundo, or if it's like, I think the numbers are 12, 12, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Basically, a lot of Pokemon, when you purify them, they become 100% IV, but they lose their shadow status. And that is the reason why a lot of people would like to actually purify them. Like, for example, I'm going to use myself as an example. I don't care unless it's like a Mewtwo almost hundo, or a because even a bad IV shadow Mewtwo is probably more powerful than a hundo, right? Okay, so like, basically, unless it's some super important Pokemon, if I don't have 100% IV of that Pokemon and it's looking like I won't get one, I will purify, because I don't ever, this is just for me, I don't usually use shadow Pokemon in battles because they take double the damage. I would rather not give out double the damage, and then they're immediately taken out by their opponent. I just don't like to use shadows usually, okay? So I was trying to get, for example, a Lugia for a very, very, very long time, hundo, and I rated all the years when you could rate remotely countless times, when there was no cap on remote rates, and I actually never got a hundo. I've spent thousands of dollars on it, just never got a hundo, right? Okay, well, I had like a shadow one and a Pokédex, and I just purified it and got a hundo. Haha, and I'm not sorry, because I'm a hundo collector. First of all, I don't really like Lugia. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I know people obsess over Lugia, not here. I just wanted a hundo. I was just like annoyed that I rated because I'm a hundo collector, right? So it's not so much about the Pokemon. Sometimes it is, but with Lugia, I don't like Lugia. I would not use Lugia in battles. I know everybody does. That's fine. I'm not a Lugia fan. I'm just a hundo fan. So because I collect 100% IVs, I was just annoyed that I did so many raids and never, ever, ever got a hundo. So when I purified mine, I was happy because now the next time that, Lugia comes out, I don't have to actually raid for him for the 5th time or whatever time. Like, it's so annoying to spend all this money and not get what you want, right? Okay. And especially, I would probably never get a hundo anymore. Well, I mean, there's obviously a chance, but now that the raids, you're not allowed to remote raid as much as you want. It's just, you only have 5 remote chances and maybe 1 or 2, like, because most people like 1 or 2 like in-person chances. I'm sorry, I can't walk around gyms all day long. I have jobs and, I have stuff to do. Okay. So I know that a lot of people would be mad at this statement that I purified my Lugia, because they would say, and by the way, I just want to say, my Lugia was not like almost a hundo. Like I said, you can get it to a hundo even if it's not almost a shadow 100%. You could still get it there. So what I'm saying is that a lot of people would say, well, your shadow Lugia was probably way more powerful if you just left it shadow. That's probably true, but it wouldn't be 100%, and I'm a 100% collector, and that's what I wanted to do. The reason that I'm bringing this up is mainly to tell you that people will tell you a lot of things in Pokemon Go when you play, and you need to figure it out for yourself. People always make mistakes. Listen, I can't tell you how many hundos I've probably deleted. I don't even know what they are before I realized how to check for 100% IVs, right? What I'm trying to say is this game should be fun. It should be you doing what you want in Pokemon Go, like all games. Like, when a game stops being fun, I wouldn't want to play it personally. So when people are like there telling you what they think you need to do, I'm here to tell you that you should do what you want in order to have fun. At the end of the day, games are supposed to be fun. So yes, shadow Pokemon are more powerful if left in their shadow state. But if you want to purify because you would like to have 100% IV, then do that. You know why? Because at the end of the day, if that's what makes you happy and that's what lets you have fun, you should do that. I mean, for me at least, the point of any game is to have fun. And like, I feel like, especially, okay, there's like a little raid that I did, a few raids, not serious raids. I just wanted hundos of the Pokemon. I did get a hundo Stuffle, which you will see in a minute. But I feel like in a lot of these Facebook groups, people make you feel bad for what they consider a mistake. But like, here's how I look at it. If I have a shadow Pokemon that I'm not gonna battle with, especially, like I said, I know people battle with Lugia, I don't. Or like the other day, I purified a Spoink and it turns into a Grumpig, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna do anything with that Pokemon. I wanted a hundo of it. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna probably get it in the wild. I mean, there's always a chance, but especially it's good, like, well, I don't want to give advice to do that. I'm not. What I'm saying is, for me personally, what I like to do is I especially like to purify Pokemon that I can get hundos of that are not in the wild, like things that I wasn't paying attention to. Like, there's this Pokemon called Feraligatr. Well, he is sometimes in the wild, the like smaller version of him, but the point is that the chances of me getting like a hundo of him is probably slim. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I purified one and I got a hundo. I'm a hundo collector. Now, I just want to be clear. If you're not a hundo collector, or you don't care, or some people, listen, some people in the game, A, don't care. B, they're just like, you know what? I just want to collect shadow Pokemon that are strong. Then don't purify. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyways, let's just take a look at leader Arlo. I don't do a lot of Arlos because I already have 2 shiny shadow Bagons, so why bother? But I did do this one, so I wanted to show it. So basically, you want to use somebody against the first Pokemon Bagon, like a fairy or an ice type. And then Arlo always has like a different Pokemon in the middle. Like, he has this guy, and I'm just like, this is like kind of pointless. This is like a pointless Pokemon. I know I've used him before in the Great League, I have to say, but whatever. So I'm just trying to break shields, and that's what I suggest to you when you're doing leaders. Get Pokemon with fast attacks that they're weak to, that can break the 2 shields that the leaders have. And then we have Greninja, who I really like. And I want to best buddy this Greninja, but I haven't gotten around to it. So he's just gonna throw his move, Hydro Cannon. It's going to pretty much take this Pokemon out. And then this is an actually interesting one. So I wanted to switch out. He's about to have Scizor, who is pretty much weak only, well, mainly to fire. I was about to take out my Charizard, but they would not let me switch. So I just decided to farm him down with an attack that he's not technically weak to at all. Like, Scizor is weak to fire. He's not weak to water. But, you know, you could still farm him down. So that's what I did here. And farming down means you just like take him down slower with like, you know, but I have to say, you see how I told you that shadow Pokemon take double the damage? Look at how much damage this Pokemon is doing. Anyways, that's about it for today's video. I really want to thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out these videos that are popping up here. You may enjoy them. You may not enjoy them. If you don't enjoy them, well, go and leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye.